Today we're in a valley called Langstrothdale, just 2 or 3 miles down the road from Buckden Pike. We're parked at the side of the road at a place called Yockenthwaite. There's enough parking for half a dozen cars at the side of the road. We're going to head forward, turn left over the bridge, make our way towards Cray, back down towards Hubberholme, and then follow the river back to where we started. Just before we head towards the bridge, we look to our left-hand side. It looks like the remains of a lime kiln. We've just made our way to the bridge now. Let's just give you a quick look at the valley before we start. And we've got a little dog here come to see us, look. We go over the bridge, turn right and then left in between the houses and then turning right again at the back of the farm. As we cross over the bridge, we'll give you a quick look. We're down in Yockenthwaite because there's roadworks along the valley and all our parking spaces are taken up. At Yockenthwaite we have half a dozen. And here we are with little dog in front of us. He looks pretty old, but he's come to see us on our way. Well, we'll leave him at that. We make our way uphill. You'll see the signpost saying Cray 3 mile. Oh, that's a great shot. As we're level with the farm, we leave the farm track that bears off to your right to the houses and go straight forward on the grass, about 100 feet away from the buildings, bearing right again at the back of this ram we've got here. So we're at the back of the farm now, steadily making our way uphill, trees on your right hand side. Before we go any further, we thought we'd just turn round and give you a view. It's fantastic up here. We'll be showing you a lot more as we go along. As we make our way uphill, we look to our right hand side. The scenery is absolutely beautiful in the Yorkshire Dales. As you're walking uphill and it suddenly starts to get pretty steep, look to your left hand side, you'll see a signpost. It says Hubberholme and Cray. On your right hand side you've got the gate. We turn right there, heading towards Cray. So we've just gone through the gate. You can see the little path we're walking on, but let's just swing to our right hand side and give you a view of the valley. As we walk along, we look through the trees. At the far side of the river in the valley we've got a farm, and we can see the spring or the gill coming in above from the right hand side. You're walking with a taxi driver today. We've made our way more or less to the top now. It's a bit of a grassy slope. We just keep heading forward. We walk by an old stone barn on our left hand side. It's quite level at the moment. We're passing through stone walls. We look to our right hand side and as you can see it looks like stone pavement here, which you do find throughout the Dales. It's all sort of like wildflower meadows as we're walking through, and we've sheep on our left hand side there, look. 30 feet away, that's all, they're not bothered. We just keep heading forward through the little gates, and one or two's got quite a strong spring on them as well. We come to a wood in front of us. We just climb up 20 or 30 feet and the gate is on your right hand side, so we're going into the wood now. As you walk through the gate, you're stood on a little bridge and there's like a deep gully. It's dry at the moment down below you. You can see the path on your left as we head through the trees. We've come out into a large open area now with a lot of rocks and stones, and we're just going to head forward. Signpost says Cray and Hubberholme. We've walked forward 100 yards, more or less coming out onto a path now. We look down, on our right hand side we've got like an old farmhouse. We just keep heading forward now. We're heading towards Cray. We've just got a bit of sunshine now, so we think we'll take a shot of this valley in front. It's Wharfedale. We keep getting the odd dark cloud coming over, so we've got to get a shot whenever we can. We can see Buckden, and further up the valley you've got Starbottom. We're heading through the wall now. We just keep heading forward. We take a quick shot on our left hand side as we walk along. You can see the hills on the left hand side, and we're just following the fence line. On our right hand side we come to a little footbridge. We're going to cross over that and turn right, but in the distance at the side of the wall I can see what looks like a little waterfall, so we decide to take a quick shot. Well, we've just crossed over the bridge now and we're just heading forward, and in front of us we've got Buckden Pike. We're on a bit of a track now. We're not far off Cray. We look in the distance, we can see a waterfall. We're going to take a quick shot of that while we can because we'll be going out of view soon. Well, we'll leave it at that. And there's the valley from where we stood. You can see the waterfall in the distance. We just keep following the track slightly right downhill. We're heading towards the road in the pub now. Just make your way through the farmyard, and when you get to the last building, just down in front of you, you've got the White Lion Inn. We're going to have a look at the waterfall in front of the pub, and then maybe have a quick half, come back up through the farm, pick up the left-hand turn, and make our way to Stubbing Bridge, but we'll be back to you. Just in front of the White Lion Inn you've got Cray Gill, and there's a series of waterfalls here, so we're going to take a tiny shot of each one. We started with the top waterfall and we're slowly working our way down. We're just in front of the bridge now. It just looks like a cattle crossing, or maybe the odd tractor. And here we are, we're just under the bridge. I think it was built in 1849, and we're in the car park now. In front of us we've got stepping stones. If you went through the gate in front of you, that would take you up to Buckden Pike. Signpost says Upper Wharfedale, but we're not going that way, we're just letting you look. Well, we've finished filming now, and we're going to turn right at the back of the pub, going back through the farmyard till we pick up our path. So we walk back through the farm until we see signpost. We walk to the left hand side of the barn now, past the big tree. We're heading towards Stubbing Bridge. We're just in front of the house. We've got the river down below, and the road there on your left hand side heads down towards Buckden. We're heading downhill, turning slightly right towards Hubberholme. The sun's come out again, we keep dodging the rain showers, but we just keep bearing right now. It's the 7th of August today, but the amount of wildflowers we've got still in flower is quite amazing. We don't know the names of them, but we just thought we'd show you. We'll just give you a quick shot of one or two. I'm just stood in the same place, moving my camera about. They're just everywhere you look, there's a bankside full of them. They look great. We're just going slightly down, keeping the stream on our left hand side, we'll be coming out onto the road soon, and it's still raining. We're heading forward, and can you see there, look, we've got a butterfly there, and it's actually raining at the moment. He's trying to keep out the rain, but he's flying around now and again. Obviously we don't know what sort that is, so we'll leave it because we're getting a bit wet now. Just in front of the wildflowers, we cross over the little stream. We're down in the bottom of the stream now on the dry bits, taking a picture under the bridge, and I think that's quite a nice shot if you like photography. And then we just turn round and we've got a little waterfall at the back of us, and all the rocks are covered in moss, so there's plenty of colour here. Well, the tiny stream empties into Cray Gill. We're only about 100 feet down stream now. We're down onto the level of the little gill, and this is your picture. Waterfall on your left. You can see where all the rocks have been scoured out over the centuries. Fantastic shot. Well, we'll leave it at that. We're slowly making our way downstream. Very slippery with being wet. If ever there was a time you needed your camera, this is it. As we walk along, the River Gorge gets deeper. We walk 20 or 30 feet, cross over a stile, look to our left hand side, and this is what we've got, like a double waterfall there. The pool at the bottom is probably 20 feet by 30. As we make our way back onto the path, we've got brilliant sunshine above us, but you can see the far side of the barn. The hill in front of you is dark with rain clouds. We head towards the road now. And then we'll be turning right, walking down the road towards Hubberholme. As we walk along the road, we just have a look at our left hand side. You can see down below they've been cutting the grass. And we've got a heron there, believe it or not. Well, we did have, he's gone. It's only a 10-minute walk to Hubberholme. We're just walking into Hubberholme now. We can see the church in the background. As you can see on your left hand side before the bridge, there's enough parking for about 10 cars, but because of the road works this morning all this was full, and that's why we went on to Yockenthwaite. On your right hand side you've got the farm and bed and breakfast there. We're just down on the river now, and there's the bridge in front of us. You can hear the workmen mending the road on our left hand side. On our right hand side there's a seat. We just take a quick peep over the bridge and we see there's a pub called the George Inn, free house. We've just had a quick look at the time, and it says it's open every day except Monday, 12 till 3 and then 6 till 11. We make our way off the bridge and have a quick look at the church and churchyard. We make our way out of the churchyard and then turn immediate left in between the church and the farm. Signpost says Yockenthwaite, 1 3/4 mile. As you turn left through the farmyard, you'll see two paths. We take the left-hand path. We're going to be following the river on our left-hand side. We're just heading forward. You can see the River Wharfe on our left-hand side. We keep stopping to talk to people along the way, and they're giving us more ideas what to look at in this area for another day. We just keep dropping off the path every now and again when we think we've got a good shot, and I think that's pretty good. We're heading forward by the river on our left, but on our right hand side and in front of us there's an absolute mass of wildflowers. I don't think you need to know the name of every flower in the countryside to appreciate how nice they are. We're just spoilt for choice here. Whites, pinks, yellows, blues. We'll have to leave it at that because we'll never get back if we don't. We make our way along the path, surrounded by flowers, over the little bridge. As we head forward, we pass another barn on our right hand side. There's plenty of them dotted all over. The walk is right at the side of the river now. There's like a bit of a waterfall in front of us. And then as we take the zoom off, we've got two more. As beautiful as this river is, you really can't capture it on camera. You really do need to come and look at it for yourself. It's a lovely piece of the Yorkshire Dales, it really is. And you just can't resist another shot as you keep going along. Look at that. We're nearly back now, so we thought we'd show you this waterfall as well. Let's take the zoom off. If you look in the back through the trees, we can see another waterfall 80 feet, maybe 100 feet away. You don't need to head forward very far. We've got another waterfall here, look. We've only to walk by them buildings and we're back to the bridge where we started in Yockenthwaite. Here we are, we're back at Yockenthwaite now, and we've got farmer there herding sheep. We're just keeping back out of the way. And there's our bridge, cars parked to the other side. And there we are. Well, we've had a great day in the Yorkshire Dales. We hope you've enjoyed it. You're walking with a taxi driver today.